to making our house look like $1 million by tackling all those small projects that are left undone. And Leigh Ann is up for the challenge. Of course she is. You've got a bunch of small projects that we can actually tackle ourselves.
Yes.
You're going to show us how, and it's going to make the house just look more polished.
And you know what projects they are?
What are they?
They're the procrastination projects that we constantly
tell me
put
about
off. It's those little projects that when you walk in a room every day, you go, oh, I need to do that tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and we keep putting it off. So the first thing that I would say is go room to room with a clipboard. I know this does not sound exciting and that you will procrastinate about this, but just we're baby stepping this, right?
Okay.
Go around and in each room make a list of those little projects. It's all of the details that don't cost a lot of money. And here's the thing, you will procrastinate about something for years and it'll probably take 10 minutes to fix.
I know.
Right? So group the projects together room by room because it's those little projects that make your house look like $1 million without spending a lot of money.
And you know when you feel good in your house, it's like a feeling that's incomparable, right?
It's so good.
I want to be in this room. It's so clean. It's so tidy. I fixed all the things. The art is hanging on the wall.
Yes.
Like you just feel good about your life.
It's mental clarity when you fix all the little imperfections around in your
right.
space. So once you go room by room, you can then start to group projects. So instead of just tackling a room, if you have a project, for example, fixing up some of your caulking around baseboards, window trim, and crown molding, you can go through while you've got the caulking gun out and do everything in one fell swoop, and that's one big project off the list.
Absolutely.
So I wanted to talk about some tips for doing exactly that. Okay. That's something I've been procrastinating about. That little gap in my crown molding keeps staring at me, waving its little cracked arms saying, come and fill me. So this is a project I'm going to be tackling this weekend.
Okay.
You want to start with a good quality caulking gun.
Right.
There's a couple little things on here in a good quality gun. Number one, there's a little hole here that you can use to actually cut the tip of your caulking gun. There's a little poker that goes inside to clean out the center of the tube.
Oh, that's good to know.
At the end of the day, when you're cutting the end, there's actually little markers on most caulking tubes that will show you various sizes to cut. Here's what I'm going to say. Just start very small. Don't worry about, oh, it needs to be 1/8 of an inch. Just start very small. You can always cut it larger, but the smaller bead typically better unless you know you're going to be caulking a really wide gap.
Right, okay.
The other thing is you'll notice, I'm going to hold this very carefully, that it's on an angle.
Yeah.
Because this will also help to smooth it out.
But there's something else you did to it also that's going to help you.
There is. This is a small little tip, but I've found this makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
I took 2 gator sanding blocks and I just lightly rubbed the tip right into that corner and it lightly wears down. You can see some of the plastic coming off. First of all, it takes all the little plastic nubs from cutting it off so that they don't scrape into the caulking. And then it also angles it so it'll fit into the angle of the wall really nicely. The one other thing that I did, if you notice here, I'll put my hand up again, there's a little black mark. Yeah. And that is my indicator that that black mark needs to be pointed towards me all the time. And then I know that it's perfectly angled. So let's load this baby up. Now, have you done caulking before? Have you done any baseboard trim caulking in the past?
I've done some Cityline trim caulking in the past.
And that went swimmingly, I'm sure.
I'm sure it went very well.
Well, how most people tend to do this is they will place their caulking gun on, they will run a bead kind of like this, and you can see there's gunk on the tip here. Right. And then they will go back, usually with their finger, and do that.
And why is that not a good idea?
Because it looks terrible. And it's messy and it's awful.
So it's just all this other stuff that's
it's the gunk that we want to avoid. So I started thinking there must be an easier way, Tracy. Yes. I went online and TikTok has this hack that's going viral with a spoon taped to the end, and I thought I'm not down for that.
That sounds a little tricky.
So then I looked online and there were tools like the caulking thumb that I was like, this must be great, and it is a massive thumbs down. This is awful.
Can I show them just the thumb?
Yes.
Like it's actually like you can buy this.
Right? And then while you're holding that, I will hold up this. Okay. And this is another little tool that I thought would be great because not only does it help with scraping the edge, but it becomes a cap for your caulking gun as well. Yeah. And this one, not so bad.
That's cute.
But do you want to know what works really, really well?
What?
Baby wipes.
Oh, really?
And your own finger. Okay. And what you're going to do is follow your own path. So line this up. The little black marker is finding me. And we're going to run the bead right behind.
That is neat. And tidy.
And look at this. No messy hands.
And no fake finger.
No fake finger. Imagine that.
That is amazing. amazing.
Very easy tip, baby wipes. Who would have thunk, right?
Okay, love it.
Another project, lying in bed, looking up at my wall straight ahead from my bed is this giant, ugly air return vent.
Yeah.
Whoever designed my house thought, let's put them everywhere that they won't want them, right? In every room. And they're ugly. So I keep thinking, gosh, I should really take that down, and the cobwebs are blowing around out of it. It's that time of year to clean them.
Yeah.
So instead of cleaning the ugly metal one, I thought if I'm gonna take it down anyway, I'm just gonna create a pretty one.
That's beautiful.
And this one cost me about probably half the cost of replacing with a new vent.
Good.
So if you want to put in a little bit of money and a little bit of DIY elbow grease, this is really easy to do.
Okay.
You can purchase from the home improvement store these sheets. This is the size of them right here.
Those are very pretty.
Very pretty. They come in a lot of different metallic finishes, a lot of different patterns. Very easy to cut with some metal snips. Snip, snip,
Good.
snip.
So you just ask for a metal sheet, or you're looking for metal sheets when you go to the
Metal
home
sheets
hardware.
and metal snips or shears.
Okay.
And then I just picked up some hobby wood. These were
Okay.
a couple bucks a piece.
Yeah.
Mitered them to make a little picture frame. You can see right here.
Good.
Drop the pieces with some wood glue into a 45. This is one of my favorite wood clamps. If we're
Yeah.
going to get into the details here, that holds a perfect picture frame corner. And then once the wood glue's dry, just fire in a couple of staples. I use my
Okay.
electric staple gun. And then after that, you can see on the back of this buddy, I just stapled in between the design holes there on the back and gave it a quick coat of universal spray paint. Now, that's an important product to mention because it works on wood and metal, and because we have a mixed surface finish,
Got
it's
it.
perfect. So paint this white to match your trim, paint it
Yes.
your wall color to make it disappear, done.
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 And you're not looking at the ugly thing.
Done.
Okay, last but not
Okay,
least.
since we're on the conversation of grates, I
Yeah.
wanted to do, this is such a quick and simple tip, but floor grates. We
Yes.
replaced all of our main floor hardwood to a darker hardwood. The white grates look terrible,
Yeah.
so I spray painted them in a darker brown just to blend in.
Nice.
And for all of those little nicks and scratches in your hardwood, I'm gonna let you do this, because this is
Dark
one of the
walnut.
easiest projects you can do. A Varathane stain pen. On my staircase, wood shreds, I constantly am banging it with the laundry bin, getting all the little chips and stains.
Yeah.
Literally stain them away with a stain pen that has a built-in finish that's totally durable. You do the drawing, the coloring, I will do the wiping.
Oh, I love the
Done.
smell of marker.
Done!
Sorry, back to the tip.
crushed
They work
it.
really well too. Okay, Leigh Ann, that is so good. All these little things will
Little things.
improve your quality of life.